They changed my favorite character!
Yo, your face has gone as red as my shirt.
It's alright, it's just the lighting. I can change my hue.
Welcome back to As It Is Reacts. Today we've got a... Well, Max just demonstrated it perfectly. we've got a video. We're looking at the top 10 cartoon character changes that made fans such as Mac rage quit.
I'm so angry! It's hero time.
No.
But it's Sumo Slammers in 3D!
Ben?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks
Oh,
for the top 10
Powerpuff Girls.
cartoon
Oh my
character
god, sick.
changes that
Hi.
made fans
Powerpuff
rage
Girls are the
quit.
best,
That
you know.
doesn't look good.
Is mayonnaise
Yeah, but
an
my shift is
instrument?
over. Call me in the morning if you can still dial a phone.
It was you!
Man, what a juicy twist.
You're the one who let him out! You're the crystal guy!
I recognize you now. You are the Guardians of the Galaxy!
That's a different superhero.
No, you're not.
For this list, we'll be looking at moments where well-known animated characters
Foster's
took
Home.
such a bad turn for the worse.
That was
personality
the best.
or story.
Yeah, that was
Their
actually sick.
reputations were damaged with fans. As we talk about these changes, there may be some spoilers ahead.
Archer?
Who do you think
Oh, it's
suffered
Archer.
the
Yeah.
worst character derailment? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Principal W. Seymour Skinner, a.k.a. Armin Tamzarian. The
Armin
Simpsons.
Tamzarian.
After Ned Flanders went from friendly neighbor to an extremely religious man, this character arc helped create the phrase Flanderization, which is applied to characters who make extreme personality adjustments.
Son, let me put this gently. We're all going to hell! You opened the doorway to disbelief in God's own house!
However, even his change was nowhere near as infamous as one school official. In Season 9, we find out that Seymour Skinner, the long-established elementary school principal, is actually an imposter?
I'm an imposter. That man is the real Seymour Skinner.
His name is actually Armin Tamzarian. He stole the identity of Seymour Skinner during the Vietnam
Looks
War.
like your hair.
Apparently, the staff decided they could make this sudden, unexpected change to a well-established character's background before telling
I wonder
us
if
to
he
forget
lets it
it
down.
ever
It's like
happened.
long flowing
Authority of
locks
the
as
city of
well.
Springfield, I hereby confer upon you the name of Seymour Skinner, as well as his past, present, future, and mother.
No game?
And I further decree that everything will be just like it was before all this happened.
Funnily enough, the exact opposite went down.
Imagine.
The story became infamous in the eyes of fans and the staff as well. Number 9, Timmy Tiberius Turner,
Fairly
the
Odd
Fairly
Parents.
Odd Parents.
Best.
At first, who wouldn't sympathize with Timmy Turner? He was just an average kid that no one
Wandering
understood,
Cosmo.
with negligent parents and a sadistic babysitter. Sure, he had his selfish moments, but he usually meant well.
I can't! I want to win, but not if it makes my dad sad.
However, as the series progressed, it seemed
You
like
forget
all
how
his
annoying
good
his voice
traits
was.
went poof as he became even more selfish and entitled. Timmy gets a lot more careless with his wishes and will find some way to sneak around the rules to get what he wants.
I have discovered devastating evidence against Timmy Turner. He hasn't made a million wishes after all. He's made 1,000,001!
He even puts the fate of the universe at risk to get what he wants. How bad does it get? Well, Timmy halts everyone's aging process so that he could keep his
Imagine how
fairies
long it takes
forever.
to a
He truly is one of
1,000,001
the worst
wishes.
god kids ever.
Here is the
Not
really
very.
bad part. If the book explodes,
Really?
so does the universe.
Number 8, Edward the Blue Engine, Thomas and Friends.
Who the hell is
Any fan of
Edward?
Thomas and Friends knows that Edward is
Number
a kind,
4.
wise old engine who always does his best no matter the odds.
Edward set off
Come
for
on,
the
mate.
station.
It's Edward.
Broken up, what a shame. Broken up, what a shame. I must help Trevor. I must.
It looks like a
However,
depressed
later
Thomas.
seasons
Yeah, you
can't
know
seem
what I
to
mean?
remember that or figure out how to portray the old mixed traffic engine. One day he can be a feeble old-timer with confidence issues who can barely move a wheel.
Edward puffed as hard as he could, but the train hardly moved at all.
Another day he
The
can be an
fat inspector
impatient pompous
chuckled.
windbag who easily brushes someone off just because they look different. Both portrayals have one thing in common. They make Edward look awful.
Does he want to smile?
Fortunately, the CGI series did its best to return him to what he originally was, though he appeared less.
You just have to find it.
But I need that car now.
What would they say
Snakes.
at the clay pits if you came back with no cars?
Oh, fine. I'll get it. Thanks, Edward.
Number
I was gonna say, if it looks exactly like
Benjamin
Thomas, I mean, you're
Ben
boned.
10 Alien Force. The first 2 seasons of Alien Force really showed how far young Ben Tennyson had grown since the original series.
You two aren't even worth it.
The original series was sick. I
Yeah.
remember watching the original series.
It's ridiculous. Could you at least try being original for a change?
He started as a cocky, immature little kid before blossoming into a responsible young man and a bona fide leader. Then season 3 came around and set him 10 steps back. Suddenly, Ben reverts to a cocky and immature hero, willing to boast about his accomplishments and who puts his
My
loved
guy.
ones at risk.
Aw, you guys missed the whole thing.
We saw enough.
Ben, that was really, really stupid.
Except for the part where it worked, right?
Apparently, the writers forgot all about his character development. It felt like the slate was wiped clean.
Tell you what,
of the
Gwen
growth
is a
Ben
10
experienced
out
since
of 10.
getting the Omnitrix. Despite a few attempts to
Ooh.
re-rail his character
Nice-
in Ultimate
nice
Alien, the
rhyming.
damage was already
Forgot
done.
the word
and
then.
it only got worse in Omniverse.
Oh man, Lucy, you
That's
got
why
her
it nice.
good.
Nice.
Oh, Gwen, you should have seen the face you made when you realized you were pranked.
Number 6, Romulus. Starr
Wait, what's
versus
this?
the forces of evil. Romulus was a member of the Magic
I've
High Commission.
never
He
seen
was
this.
a little
Never.
impulsive and kind of childish, but he usually meant
fish
well
hands.
at first.
Places
Oh.
over his nips.
I mean, it's actually really bad.
Yes.
But it's good for me. But yeah, wow. I mean, that's bad news for the universe.
But as the series progressed, we saw a nastier side of the
Why
timeout
has he got
guy that
diamond
turned him from a
nipples?
well-intentioned lug into a prejudiced meathead.
Oh, he's got a plaster on it.
Everyone in the commission
Wait,
had
what?
an intense dislike for
What's happening?
Eclipsa and all monsters.
I don't
But
know, what
Romulus
weird-
takes
This
his
is so
hatred way
crazy.
too far.
However,
Yeah.
the Magical High Commission has also been found guilty of tampering with Muni's history and omitting the truth from the Butterfly family for generations.
I feel like this might be a little bit after our time. Just call it hints.
I do as well.
Prove that he was right. And what does Romulus do when tons of monsters lose their
I wonder
lives?
if autistic
He
people
throws
like
a pizza
this.
party. Don't you just love those who abuse their power?
Not so fits now,
I love it.
Pizza party!
Number 5, Courtney, Total Drama. Back in Total Drama Island, Courtney was an ambitious,
Courtney.
bossy know-it-all, but she still
Smell
had a
his
conscience
chin.
and an exciting relationship with Duncan.
Where's
Well,
his
you
forehead?
could always give me that kiss. That'd be pretty bad.
Help!
Still not my
I've got a tumor!
Enjoy a peanut butterless life.
Enjoy prison.
I will.
However, when she was denied a chance to compete in season 2, something inside her snapped. Courtney became spoiled, more violent, manipulative, and didn't care who she had to go through to make it to the top. Even her boyfriend wasn't
Damn
safe.
you,
What
Courtney.
do I hear for a ride to freedom?
Whoa.
You gotta be kidding. You're willing to bargain with our lives?
Duh. And the offers better be good. I've already got a PDA.
In fact, the only reason she eventually made it to season 2 was that she
This is
filed a
such
lawsuit
a
and won.
new gen
It just
kind
goes to
of
show
thing.
how
Right.
competing on
Spoiled
Total
kids.
Drama really brings out the worst in people.
No, there's always been spoiled kids, mate. There's just a lot more of them these days.
Only the most dangerous and chauvinistic animal of all.
It's a Courtney! Oh.
Kill.
Number 4. Blue Regard Q Blue Kazoo
Fosters.
fosters home for imaginary friends. It's amazing what can change between a pilot episode and the actual series. Take, for example, Blue, Mac's imaginary
Such a
friend.
shit imaginary
In the
friend,
pilot,
though, Blue.
was still mischievous, but he had a good heart, and his loyalty to Mac was plain for all to see.
Sorry, Mac. I hate to break
Oh,
it
yeah,
to
it's
you,
called Mac.
but Your brother is a big fat
Forgot about that.
doofus.
I've not seen this in years. 15 years, maybe.
Too bad that didn't last long. When the actual series came out, we were introduced to an entirely new Blue. He's a rebellious, bratty, self-centered, narcissistic sociopath who constantly manipulates and hurts his so-called friends. Blue also whines whenever he doesn't get his way and is laughably
I like that.
bad
Push
at
your boundaries,
paddleball.
test your limits.
Planned 2 parties all along. Knowing I'd destroy them both, then feel so bad I'd throw my own surprise party and completely humiliate myself.
His pilot self feels completely different from the being that showed up in the series. Honestly, it was probably for the best that Mac left him to be somebody else's problem in the mansion.
We are going. End of discussion.
Number 3, Patrick Starr, SpongeBob
Gotta leave your
SquarePants.
toxic friends behind.
With friends like Patrick, who needs enemies? That wasn't always the case. Once upon a time, Patrick was originally just a lovable oaf whose loyalty to his best buddy SpongeBob was unquestioned.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
No, this is Patrick.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No.
This is Patrick.
Is this the Krusty
I feel like she was watching an episode of SpongeBob.
This is Patrick.
Oh, hey.
Along the way, he inspired some of the show's funniest memes and quotes. However, down the line, Patrick evolved from a good-natured doofus into a selfish, mean-spirited dunce. He's more of a self-centered brat whose only loyalty is to his stomach. He's also prone to hurting his friends, especially SpongeBob, without a care in the world.
Ow!
There appears to be a little bit of swelling.
There are times where Patrick does revert to his more likable personality. However, his big pink jerk persona unfortunately still comes out more than it needs to. Number 2, Brian Griffin, Family Guy. To be honest, nearly every Family Guy character suffered from character derailment and flanderization. But who got the worst of it? We're leaning towards the Griffin family dog, Brian. At first, he was just the wisecracking voice of reason in the family.
I just wanted to thank you for everything you did today. I know this whole trip has been a mess.
Sure, he had his faults, but he was still likable, especially when paired up with Stewie. However, he slowly becomes more pretentious and scummy. Brian is suddenly willing to use and abuse whoever he can.
Look, I have written a best-selling phenomenon. I should be sitting in the front goddamn room.
Okay.
And he also becomes increasingly obsessed with pushing political views. Brian's character didn't even improve after he was brought back from the dead, making us wonder if his revival storyline was worth it.
Oh, yeah. That's good library.
Yeah, because everyone stopped watching it.
Whatever, you go do your thing.
Before we
You
unveil
see
our
that?
top
There were a
pick,
big old
here are a
boycott,
few
weren't there, when
honorable mentions.
Brian died?
Pam Poovy Archer.
So weird.
Around season
I think it
5,
made the
Pam
mainstream
develops
news
an
as well.
addiction problem.
Would now be a good time to talk about Pam's cocaine addiction? Or the inspiring story of her heroic struggle to finally triumph?
Have you ever seen this?
Roger,
I've
American
only
Dad.
seen bits.
Roger becomes more of a sociopath over time.
No, you don't. You're obsessed with me. There's a difference.
What?
Roger, love is mutual. And that's what Jeff and I have.
Scarloey and Rheneas, Thomas and Friends. Two of the oldest and wisest
Thomas,
engines
Yeah.
on Sodor
Or people don't
are
love Thomas.
reduced to children.
I'm the bravest
Yeah.
engine in all the world, he called. But Scarloey was too heavy, and the winch broke.
The Powerpuff Girls. The Powerpuff Girls.
Yes.
Reboot turns Townsville's heroes into walking,
Mojo
talking
Jojo.
memes.
Party time!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
What happened to Powerpuff
You
Girls?
have the option to be
Wait,
notified for
what?
occasional videos or all of them.
Was that the end?
If you're on your
Why-
phone, make sure you
why
go
would-
into your
Wait.
settings and switch on notifications.
Why were they just twerking? though?
Number 1,
Oh,
The
okay.
Titans. Teen Titans Go. It's plain to see that Teen
weird.
Titans Go is a massive departure from the original Teen
It's kinda
Titans
like-
series.
I wish I knew my
How bizarre.
karma.
Come on, man. You're crying all over our pancakes.
It has a heavier emphasis on zany comedy
Yeah.
than actual superheroism.
I mean, I
Arguably the
wasn't
worst
young
part
enough
of
to
this tonal
enjoy
shift
Teen
is the
Titans Go.
main characterizations.
But, like, I grew up
The Titans
watching the
become
original Teen
flanderized
Titans.
parodies of
So then
themselves.
this
Not
was like,
only are
what
they
the f-
incredibly immature, but they are
I've never
really
seen Teen
incompetent at their
Titans.
jobs.
Ah, I
We
see.
didn't save anything. We saved room for design.
Most of the time, they barely
the Teen
even act
Titans.
as a team, choosing instead to act
Is
like
that
jerks
Robin,
to
though? Is it
everyone around
DC?
Yeah,
them
yeah,
and
it's
each
basically
other.
DC's
Seriously,
sidekicks.
Why are they even friends again?
Oh,
it's
right,
especially
right.
cringy to hear
So
the
they're the
voices of
Teen
OG Titans come out
Titans.
of those obnoxious doppelgangers.
That doesn't look anything like me. This guy's a terrible artist. Move it along. Don't waste your money.
Curse you, cyborg!
Every time they speak, they remind us of how far the characters have fallen.
Do you agree with our picks?
Yeah.
Check out this other recent clip from Watch Mojo.
That's it on today's episode of Reacts. Let us know if any more cartoons have absolutely you off to the maximum that you stopped watching them. But that is it. Remember to like, subscribe, follow, hit that bell, get notified when we upload, which is basically every 2 days at this point. I will see you in the next one, guys.
Bye.